Hello, this is Ify Smith. We are learning how to make an Asoke hairband. Okay, so we have our hairband and we have our Asoke. Okay, this is Christmas and we can do this for our customers. Okay, so we're trying to wrap with the Asoke on the black hairband. Okay, so you can use any glue of your choice to achieve that. Okay. And then because I want the Asoke, this Asoke that I'm using is so light, it's not thick, so I doubled it, right? So but if you have Asoke that is thick enough, a single strand will be okay, right? Okay, so but because it's not thick enough, so I decided to double it. So it's not necessarily you double yours, right? Okay, as long as your Asoke is thick enough. Okay, so I'm doing a double bow. Now if you watch, the first one is a little bit bigger than the other one on top, right? Okay, so that when it's on the hairband, people can see that there are two bows. Okay, so if you try to do a bow, make sure that the first one that you did is a little bit bigger than the second one. Okay, so that they are seeing that there are two bows there. Okay, so even if you want to do it equally, you can as well shift it to the side so that people can notice that it's actually two bows that you're doing. Okay, so you try to adjust it and make sure that is in place. Okay, so some of us place cleaning on top. Okay, so it's just the same way as you're working with it, you're putting your cleaning on top. All right, and then we cut out a little that we're going to tie at the middle. Okay, because we're going to tack that middle, we just want everything to be in place first so that we can cut out the leftover. Okay, if we start cutting out the leftover, this one that we have created will get scattered. Okay, so that's why I'm tying it. All right, so that I can cut that one out. Okay, so you try to set it well. Okay, so that it looks puffy, right? And then we can cut all of this out. Okay, so because it's not enough, we just need to cut it out. I was just trying to see if it will be enough, but as you can see, it won't be enough, so we are cutting it out. So if you have Asoke that is long enough, you actually can just continue at that point, right? But it's because it's not long enough, I'm trying to cut it out. Okay, and then I'm loosening that part I tied and then trying to tack it. So you just tack that middle. Okay, so it forms the bow, right? So we are doing the other bow that will be standing. Okay, all right. So I'm trying to place each of them on each other. Do you understand? Okay, so just watch what I'm trying to do. Okay, that's our two bow, right? So I made one a little bit taller than the other, and then squeeze the end part so that we can tack this and add it to the Asoke at the back. Okay, this is our front, so that's how it's going to be. Okay, so we're going to tack it together, okay, with our needle. You know that the Asoke is made of threads, okay? So when you're tacking, make sure you just get your thread from the Asoke so that it's easier for you to tack and it's not visible. Can you see that? So you make sure you tack as many times as possible, okay? Can you see that we are done? So we'll try to place it on our hairband. So when you're placing on your hairband, remember that normally your fascinator is always slanted to the left or the right, okay? So it depends on your choice. If you want the Asoke tool to slant to the left or the right, it's fine, okay? And then just watch how I attach the Asoke on the hairband. Okay, all your needle and thread will do for you is just to join them together, okay? So just see the way I'm joining it. Okay, so you just take your time and then make sure that your needle is passing through the fabric on the hairband. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so once your needle can pass through the hairband several times, your bow will stay in place. So you just pass your needle to the hairband, bring it out to the bow, okay? Can you see that? Taking it from the bow, right? And then passing through your hairband again. That's the fabric on the hairband. Okay, so you do that as many times as possible until you're sure that, you know, it's firm enough. It won't shake on the person's head, right? So you just keep doing that. And then you pass it through. Can you see that? So this is the part that you need to sew as many times as possible. Okay? Okay, sometimes it might be thick, so you find a way of dragging the thread out. Okay, so we are done. I want to try to tie it. Okay. So you could still tack. Okay, if you are sure that it's not firm enough, you can tack as many times as you want, right? Can you see that? Yeah, it's that simple. So you can do this for Christmas, for your customers. Okay, it's very easy to do. Okay, so at that middle I've put my gum. Okay, so you could put trimmings, you could put flowers, you know, just to beautify and cover those rough parts, right? Okay, so you could decide to put your flower, okay, whatever matches the Asoke, you can do that. So for this class I want to use my bead, okay, to just cover every rough part, okay, on the hairband. Okay, so I'll just try to arrange it, take my time to arrange it and make sure that all the parts are covered. Remember that we're going to use the glue to do that, right? So we're covering everywhere up to that point. Wow, so here it is. Can't you see? Can you see that? Yeah, we have created a very simple Asoke hairband, and I covered it the center with